Okay, so I'm just gonna be doing a kind of a finishing up all the stuff that I haven't done on this playthrough. I have already beaten the game. I beat the game on Tuesday, so now I just need to do all these side quests. We'll just go through them one by one. I do plan to play through this game on the Final Fantasy difficulty mode. Currently, I do have the strongest weapon that you can get via crafting. So this is the Götterdämmerung is the most powerful weapon you can get on the new game playthrough. So this will prove useful later on. As far as I know, in order to get the Ultima weapon, which is the best weapon in the game, unless they add some kind of like DLC later on. Hey Joey.
Enough of you, are there?
So I'm just gonna be playing through, finishing up the side quest, side content in Final Fantasy 16. But if we want to discuss any technology related stuff, I mean, feel free to ask away. Let's see, what do I need to do here?
The village looks abandoned. Now, which house would a bookworm live in?
Well, that was a waste. Where do I need to go? Yeah, I was thinking about those motherboards. You know what I'm really hoping gets released within the next 8 months? I really hope that AMD decides to bring the new Threadripper, the Zen 4 based Threadripper. I'd like to see one of those come to the consumer desktop market. Basically, there is a lack of high-end desktop or HEDT currently in the market. Really, there's only like the Zen 3 based Threadripper Pro, but that's workstation, so it's not really high-end desktop. It's one step above that, which is pretty much too expensive for someone like me. That's out of my price range. I mean, I'll build a Threadripper system, but I won't build a Threadripper Pro system. But when it comes to PCIe lanes, like I was thinking about the use case, you know, where someone like me, I need a lot of expansion slots in the motherboard so I can plug in capture cards for 4K. In fact, AverMedia is going to release some new ones, both an external USB-based one, not a Thunderbolt-based one, but a USB-based one. So that'll be really interesting to see how that goes. Because that can take advantage of all those like 10 gig and 20 gig USB ports on the back of these modern motherboards. So that could be an answer. But my experience with external is usually it's not enough bandwidth. There's too much delay and latency introduced because of the cable. So I prefer to use internal based capture cards. But in my case, you know, I can see myself needing more than just the graphics card slot, the X4 slot. Ideally, I'd like to have at least 2 X4 slots or X8 slots. Now, if we're talking Threadripper, we should have multiple X16 and X8 slots. So that shouldn't be a problem with that platform. And that's why I'd really like to see a return to the high-end desktop on both AMD and Intel, because Intel currently doesn't even have HEDT either. They've been on the game for longer than AMD, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, I know Sapphire Rapids, you can get one of those for consumer desktop, sort of, but it's not really consumer desktop. It's more like Threadripper Pro, which is just too much. So there's kind of a balance that I think is missing in the market. What is this stuff? Continental Accord.
This is it. But if
Apparently,
what it says is true, I need to get this back to the hideaway.
wait, that was it? The Moogle. Whatever that book was that I found was what I had to find. Man, the Ash continent is bizarre. There's the beast tribes live here. So apparently this place has a lot of orcs, but there's not a lot of humans left. So the whole kingdom of Walode is just kind of nothing. It's kind of a letdown.
Soon, stranger. We've been watching you from a distance, so to speak.
This guy looks like he's from the Dalmekian Republic.
I know who you are.
And we need not waste time on introductions. Hand me the book. Leave it in our care and return to your life.
Your care? Do you mean to burn it or bury it?
That is not my decision to make. But by one means or another, its contents shall be removed from the common record.
Then I'll have to politely refuse. I won't let you erase our history.
Then we find ourselves at an impasse. Very well. The book can just as easily be pried from your dead hand.
This dude has no... Okay, he walks away. He walks away because he knows, like, he himself doesn't stand a chance. These guys don't stand a chance either. Well, they brought in, like, their Ginyu Force members. I just parried that guy right in the face. Man, this game's combat system is so good. Zantetsuken. I need to be telling my dog to attack the Inquisitor more. Oh, that was so cool. Man, this game's not as... There's not as much to the combat system compared to like Devil May Cry, even though the same guy who made the combat system for that game developed this one. But what is in this game is so much fun. For those who like fast-paced action games.
Impressive. But we have other means. We shall claim the book yet.
Why do you want it so badly anyway?
It lays out in no uncertain terms the vanity and avarice of mankind. It tells the shameful history of the persecution and oppression of a gifted few by a giftless many. Would you say that this interpretation was correct?
I don't know.
Well,
Don't know. Your sword may be sharp, but your wits are dull. So let me answer for you. There is no correct interpretation of history.
okay, that makes sense, sort of.
A series of events took place may be proved beyond a doubt. But there can be no single, immutable explanation as to why they came to pass. It is a question of numbers and of belief. If enough people believe that a set of events occurred for a reason, that belief becomes the truth.
So you're trying to control the truth?
We are trying to protect people from themselves, from knowledge that would bring them naught but pain. That is all. You may keep the book, for now. The world is small. We shall meet again. Until then.
Wait.
He vanished so fast. How? How did
Let's
that?
get this back to Vivian.
How did that guy just like
Perhaps she
do the
can explain
Batman
what that was
thing?
all about.
He just pulled a Batman on him. He just like vanished. But the thing is, he didn't even take his eyes off of him. One thing I don't like is how after you clear the game and you reload your clear save, the world still has this cloudy sky. It's like you would think that they would at least make it normal looking again. Oh, there's something I gotta do over there. Alright, so we just need to... I assume that once I do all this stuff, all I have to do is start New Game Plus. I don't think I have to play through the final boss fight again just to go into New Game Plus. I think what I do is I'll save, and it'll keep it as a clear save, but it'll have all this accumulated stuff, like the Gotterdammerung weapon, and all these other things that I'm completing, because I don't want to go into New Game Plus without all the talismans. I think you want to make it easier by getting all the talismans. That's hilarious. I like the Chocobo just like stepped on those bombs. Wait, what?
Safe. It's us or them.
Oh, there's something over here. A static. Let's freeze him. Ouch. Oh man, I can't. I gotta put my sword away. Zantetsuka, and he gets staggered from this. There. Let's limit break him. You know, I like that they put the Final Fantasy XIV AoE style in here. This is something that I can see other fighting, or not other action games, like adopt. Did I parry him? No. That wasn't a parry, that was straight recovery. There we go. Static torrent. Oh man, he's doing lots of bolts. Uppercut him. Slice through. Ooh, almost died. Because the thing with the Odin sword is you can't, I just realized something. With Odin, you can't dodge through. Like, you have to commit to your attack, so it's like kind of risky. Like, this might actually whiff. Oh, I got him. Okay. Almost got him with the help of Phoenix. This was unexpected. I wasn't expecting to have to fight this guy. I think he's almost dead. I just gotta hit him with the Odin smash. Got him with the Odin. Oh man. Probably my favorite finisher in this game.
Let's hope it was the last of its kind.
Alright, that was one of the A rank or S rank. Maybe use up like 2 of my high potions for that fight. That was unexpected.
Doris is waiting for me near Balmung. The longer she's out in the open, the more likely she is to be found by Akashic. I need to hurry.
Balmung Dark. Way over here. Oh, we got bombs over here. Hold on, I gotta probably get rid of these. Why would she go all the way here of all the places to go? Looks like one of the worst areas to be.
There were no guards, I take it.
None manning the gates, no. It's a different story inside, though. The corridors are crawling with Akashic. Most likely guards left behind when the wardens ran. If Chadwick was being held here, I worry that he may already be.
Don't give up hope just yet. But let's move quickly. Let me check the ground floor. The ether stick is there.
Then I'll search the upper level. Good luck.
We're gonna get attacked. I bet as soon as I open this up, we're gonna get attacked. Am I using a controller? Yeah.
Just how bad are the floods?
Yeah, I'm using. Well, this is on the PlayStation 5, so yeah, it's gonna be on the PlayStation 5 controller.
We're risking a lot just being
In
here.
fact, I probably should charge it.
Better keep my eyes open for signs of life.
How do I get in there though? I guess I'm just supposed to search. Oh, it's supposed to go over here. Was this open earlier? Wait a minute. I don't remember going across here. Yeah, this is a console exclusive. But see, that capture card that I was telling you about, I'm using the capture card right now to play the game so that I can see the game without having to change the input on my monitor. So right now, the way I have this set up, the game, so the PlayStation 5 is connected to the capture card. It's a 4K 60 capture card, so I'm able to see the full thing at 4K 60. And then on the PC, I have the software application that I use to manage the capture card. I have that full screen with no border. So it looks as though I'm playing a PC game. Like if someone were to like walk in here and see me playing this game, they would think that I'm playing it on the PC, but the reality is I'm playing it on the PlayStation 5. So that's the reason why I feel like anybody who wants to be a content creator, if they want to cover video games, like, they gotta be able to have a capture card, because, and it's nothing to do with like dual PC. Like, I don't dual PC stream. I single PC stream, but if I need to cover games that are console exclusives, like Final Fantasy 16, it's a prime example. I'm able to do that.
So this place was no ordinary prison. And I doubt they'll have taken the creature with them when they fled.
Okay, so we learned something about this place. I thought this place was like a gladiator arena. It makes you think of the movie Gladiator. "20 sharp fangs were inside a box." What's all this? Do you notice any lag from the setup? No. And that's the reason why I use the Avermedia, because the Avermedia has, I think it's like less than 30 milliseconds of latency. The Elgato 4K 60 does have some latency, but it's still low enough that you typically wouldn't notice it. But I specifically go with Avermedia because Avermedia has lower latency. They typically have better software. It's less buggy. There's less issues with audio distortion and that sort of thing. But Elgato definitely, like, if you go look at like marketing and stuff, you'll find Elgato is the one that you'll almost always hear advertised. But my own experience with them is they're not as good as Avermedia.
No sign of any bearers yet. I hope you have better luck downstairs.
Avermedia has a better, like, they have better software, but I think the hardware is also just better for some reason. Like, their firmware is just more solid. And this is just from personal experience. It's not like I'm sponsored by Avermedia to say any of these things. Like, I use the Elgato for the camera, so you guys can see me, but when it comes to console and low latency, I use the Avermedia. But yeah, a game like this, you don't want a lot of latency, because this is an action game, or it plays like an action game, and you need it to be very responsive. Ooh, there's a lot of treasure in this place. We're on the second level. I just really wish that the weather in the game wasn't the way it is. It would be nice to go to... it would be nice to go to the continent of Ash and not have it look all gloomy. It makes me think of the gloom status in Final Fantasy 14. Hold on, where am I going? I think I'm going... I need to go downstairs. But I forgot which way I'm supposed to go. Wait, okay, it's back this way. Is it over here? No, it's over here. Yeah, you have the same capture card. Yeah, the Elgato, or not the Elgato, the Avermedia 4K 60 is the best one on the market right now for the price. I mean, there's a lot more expensive ones from Magewell, and I forgot who the other one, Yuan. Well, Yuan is the OEM, or they're the one that makes the actual hardware for, I think, Elgato.
Locked up tight.
Well, what? I don't have the key? Wait a minute. So somewhere around here, I can't go in there. So, is something outside? No, it's got to be upstairs then. Or further down the hall. That goes upstairs. Oh. Oh, there's something right here. The Kuza has long been recognized as an especially aggressive species. Kuza beast. I bet we're gonna end up fighting some giant, like, beast thing.
And what happens when they run out of bearers? Even the Imperials take better care of their branded than that.
Recent supply shortages left us with insufficient resources to feed the Kuza. Okay, that means...
They were feeding bearers to it. This is even worse than I'd feared. Nothing but a Akashic down here. Hopefully things are looking better upstairs.
I guess I have to go
She
upstairs?
can't see how Doris is getting on. No lock downstairs. But I did find out that this place was more than just a prison. Something far more sinister was happening here.
I know. I've been reading some of these documents, and it can't be true, can it? Bearers die every day in service of their masters, but this is so much worse. Pitting bearers against a wild beast armed with nothing but their wits? And all in order to bring about more death. And not just those who could fight, but the elderly, children even. And those who wouldn't or couldn't were disposed of. Whatever that means.
I'm afraid it means they were fed to the monstrosity they kept here.
Then we're too late. And I was a fool to bring you here.
Don't say that. Did you find anything else?
A key. But it doesn't fit any of the locks on this floor.
Oh, that's for the downstairs.
Perhaps it will fit one of the doors downstairs. There's a corridor I haven't searched yet. Finish up here, then come and find me when you're ready.
All right. I'll be there in a moment.
Alright, here we go. I bet... You know what? That's the jailer's key. I have a feeling we're going to end up having to fight this beast that they were feeding the bears to in the arena. I have a feeling that's where this is going. I have a hunch. Let's just put it that way. I think I know what happens next. Somehow I managed to run past the stairs. Max level in this game, on New Game, I think is level 50. I don't think you can level beyond 50. But in New Game Plus, the level cap is 100.
Let's see what we can find down here.
Uh-oh. Somebody broke through the iron bars. Or something. I do like that there's a lot of treasure chests here. Somebody's crying.
sounds close.
This game has this eerie, like, almost like threatening music playing in the background. Almost like a Resident Evil game.
Who are you?
There's no need to be afraid. Are you alone? Are there any other survivors?
Some of the guards. They're still here. But something's wrong with them. Everyone else was eaten by the monster.
I knew it.
Of course there were.
Thank the Founder.
It was worth our coming. But I'd rather we didn't linger. Are you ready?
Ready when you are. You poor thing. He must have been terrified.
Did Chadwick send you?
What?
Who's Chadwick?
He fought the monster. Distracted it so I could run away. He must have sent you. He promised to free the others too. Where is he? He opened your cell, didn't he?
Chadwick.
I bet this is probably gonna be some kind of manticore or chimera. Sounds like a chimera.
Chadwick, help!
Or maybe a
Have to get out
behemoth?
of here.
If it's a behemoth, this is gonna be a tough fight.
All right. You put that bearer-eating bastard in the ground.
Whoa, what is that? That thing's big.
You're safe now.
That's not what I thought it would be. It's a behemoth. It actually looks like a behemoth king.
I'll look after the girl. You teach that thing a lesson.
Whoa.
It's out there waiting for me. I can't let it live. Not if it's got a taste for bearers.
Alright, well, I got Joshua with me and Torgal. So we got a wolf and a phoenix. And a dude with a sword. Versus this giant behemoth thing. Behemoth, I think it's called, it's probably gonna be Behemoth King. Let's see what its name is. Well, let's go in, see what we can do. Kuza Beast. Oh, this thing is a, oh, he's only a rank A. He's only a rank A. A.
At least will wreak havoc if it ever leaves the prison. I can't let that happen.
He slapped me. Okay, this is... Oh, he got red eyes. Ooh, he threw it down. He's throwing down comets and stuff. Power up. Here we go. Get him, boy. Freeze him. Freeze him again. Whoa. I like in this game, because it's an action game, I like that I can dodge things that I normally wouldn't be able to dodge in 14. Okay, camera's kind of got me in the corner here. Slice him in half. Oh man, he's got comets. See, I like that I can dodge the comets AoE blast. You can't do that in Got him. He was only an A. He wasn't even an S rank. He did make me use a high potion, though. Used for crafting. Meteorite. I don't even know what that's used for, but Behemoth Shackle is used for something. I remember. I think some kind of armor piece.
Finally.
Sid, are you hurt?
I'm fine. I think.
No.
What is it?
Somebody's...
Diary.
Oh, diary.
I gave it to Chadwick before we went our separate ways. He was here. Do you think that creature?
I'm sure he fought bravely to the last. The girl is safe thanks to him.
Chadwick. You fool.
Come on. We have to get her back to the hideaway. We don't want his sacrifice to have been in vain.
No. Of course not.
Man, this game has a lot of death.
I'll see that she's looked after.
I never watched all of Game of Thrones, so I don't know like how many characters die in that story, but a lot of characters die in this game. A lot of like sub characters too that you don't really get to meet. You just hear about how they, or it's implied that they died.
From what I hear, you've barely left the girl's side in days. I hope she's recovering from her ordeal.
She is. Slowly but surely. She's far tougher than she looks. I thank the flames we found her. If we hadn't...
I know. But we did. I'm sorry we weren't able to save Chadwick.
There's no need to apologize. Without your help, I would never have found out what happened to him. How he fought to the bitter end to save her. To save Haida Marie. That's the man I remember. The man I thought of as a brother.
I wish I could have met him. I'd like to hear more about your past. If you don't mind, that is.
Of course. You already met my former master. She trained Chadwick and I to do two things. Kill and obey.
Kill and
We
obey.
were supposed to be sold to the highest
That's
bidder
not the
when
Jedi
came.
way.
But no bid was ever high enough to convince her to part with us. For years, we were her daggers in the shadows. But we could never quite shake our doubts about the things she made us do. And then, one day, we just couldn't do them anymore. So we escaped. But staying together was out of the question. They would have found us too easily. After so many years of training, the pull to serve was always strong. It scared me to think he might have taken another master, become a dagger in someone else's hand.
But even in captivity, the battles he fought were his own. And he died not as someone's tool, but as a hero.
Haida Marie is proof of that. Bearers can cast off their shackles. And the curse breakers will show them how. I'll fight.
The
until
curse
I
breakers in this game
see
make me
blood.
think of the Scions of the Seventh
For
Dawn
all of us.
in 14.
Thank you, Doris.
The storytelling in this game, the flow of this game's, just the entire playthrough, is, if you've played 14, it is very heavily, or it's very similar to 14 in terms of the structure of how the story's told. Ooh, this is for Gungnir. Reduces Gungnir cooldown by 2 seconds. I don't even think I even use Gungnir. I should probably change around my move set and try some other ones. Hold on, let me see something. So how many more of the hunts do we have? That counted as one of them. So, who was that? That was this guy. Kuza Beast. So there's what? These two hidden ones. One of them's an S rank. The Masterless Marauder. Pandemonium. I remember that guy. I ran past him when I first encountered him. He's also on the continent of Ash. Agni. I don't remember where that guy's at. I think I've encountered this too. Dread Comet. Probably need to go fight that thing. This is making me think of Zadnor. Zadnor in 14. The Comet Fate, or whatever they call those things in there. The Critical Engagement. The Critical Engagement? No, it's the Skirmish. The skirmishes in that game. Yeah, so there's still a lot. I remember... I know where this guy is. I saw him earlier. So we still need to do some of these hunts just in case. Just because I need to max out my renown.
How may I help you today, Clive?
Yeah, I need to get these. I need to get those Genji gloves before we go to New Game Plus. And we're only like 140 points
Best of luck
away.
out there, Sid.
Vivian. I found it. The book you lost.
From a distance.
You found it. Thank you, Clive. Even though I asked this of you, I was not entirely sure it would be possible. I feared the executors had seized every copy.
I met with one of these executors, and I convinced him to let me keep it.
Oh, that's who that guy
He
was?
told me something. That the truth is just a matter of collective belief. And that if enough people believe a lie...
Those guys are
then it becomes the
Dominion?
truth.
It does. But it also means that the truth
The
is not
Crystalline
immutable,
Dominion?
that it can be changed. Provided that those who wish to change it can convince enough people that their perspective is the correct one. As the sad history of the bearers proves.
You said that the book inspired you to become a scholar.
It did. Or its author, rather. She was a heretic, you see. A firebrand and a dissenter.
A
A gallows stood
firebrand.
ready for her in every corner of the realm. And by shunning society, or perhaps being shunned by it, she stumbled upon a truth so potent that an entire realm trembled at the prospect of its utterance. I, too, have always felt somehow set apart from the world of men. A stranger to my own species. She taught me that my solitude was not a curse, but a gift. And that, though my journey to the truth might be a lonely one, what I found at my destination would be more than worth the cost.
It's called being a bookworm.
You still feel that way? That you're not... one of us?
What?
Honestly, I'm not entirely sure anymore. Since coming to the hideaway, I find my thinking somewhat clouded. Perhaps the result of studying mankind from a rather closer perspective than I had intended. But the more I study, the more I find value in this perspective. In looking not from the outside, but from within.
So she's a
So
philosopher.
if you'll permit me, I'd like to continue my work here. Remember, Clive, when enough people believe, belief begets truth. Give the men and women of this benighted world the gift of truth. Make them believe in you, as I do.
I'll try, Vivian. I'll try.
Clive will try. Even the way the side quests end, it makes me think of I'm playing 14. Scholar's Bonnet. The Scholar's Bonnet. Oh, that's what she is. She's a scholar. She's not a bookworm, she's a scholar. That's the proper Final Fantasy term. Did he add a new one? No. Oh, there's a knight. There's actually a dragoon. The road from the Royal Meadows. I need to start looking for where these things are. I think we need to go back and like run through. Well, a lot of these side quests will probably lead me to where some of these things are, or some of these hunts are at. Dion's just standing around contemplating.
Still alive, are ya? Go on then.
Even the way the shops are set up, I just realized that. That's how the shops are set up in this
You're rubbing me
14.
blind, you know.
Get one of these.
You'll not find a better price than that.
All right, now I want to check. Is there anything that I can upgrade at the blacksmith?
What do I owe, Diana? What do you want?
Any sort of armor? No, I guess I have the best stuff. I know I have the best weapon. I don't know about the armor, though. Ah, we need to run back. To go all the way back. I like how in the hideaway, the bard's name is literally Spoony Bard. Koji Fox really knows how to, like, throw those references in there.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Your benefactors are a generous lot.
I thought she had... Oh, wait, was it this guy? Who had a thing for me? Oh, it's in my own... It's in the chambers. Oops. I wish I just wish you could change the weather. The only thing that's annoying in Endgame is the sky. The lighting is so dull because it's supposed to be the apocalypse. Oh, there's a new quest.
It's usually me making demands of Hippocrates. I wonder what this is about.
Here we go. A tale to tell. This should be the last one, unless completing these open up additional quests I need to do. See, so we almost have all the items. The Oath. The signboard. Martha's Rest signboard. The Veil signboard. Guardian's Scarf. Something's missing. Crimson Caravan signboard. Sid's Goblet. There's stuff, so there's still like a lot of things that I'm missing. The Accord. Scholar's Bond. There's the Scholar's Bond that I just got. Medicine chest. So you basically get all this stuff. I bet there's like a trophy. You probably have to do all this stuff for the Platinum Trophy. So we might as well knock all these out while we are in the new game cycle. Then once we go into New Game Plus, we can skip all the cutscenes and just go straight to the end. Just speed run it all, just to get Ultimate Weapon. See what he has to say. Tomes.
Lawsman Hippocrates. I received your note.
Ah, yes. I expect you're wondering what this is all about.
You spoke of making amends with Dion. But I can't imagine what for.
Yeah, what'd he do?
Then I should begin by telling you that I was once his tutor. This was some years ago, of course, before I joined Sid in his hideaway. At that time, I was counted among the foremost scholars of Oriflamme, and was accordingly invited to the palace to supervise the young prince's education, all to ensure that the future emperor had a firm grounding in, well, everything an emperor should. History, religion, commerce, government.
So Dion was supposed to become the emperor.
Our time together was cut short when Dion left to join the Dragoons. His studies no longer being deemed necessary. I had not expected to meet with him again, least of all here.
The thing is,
Have you
why
spoken
would...
with him?
No, I have yet to find the right moment. His Highness always seems so preoccupied, especially when alone. I would not wish to disturb his ruminations with idle words of greeting. Not when I know he dwells upon the evil Ultima had him commit in the Dominion.
The Dominion.
The guilt weighs heavily on him, I know. But as you say, that was Ultima's doing. Surely you can't blame yourself.
When I first met him, it was not guilt, but his people's expectations that weighed heavily upon him. And I did nothing to ease that burden. He bore it alone, until the day he could not bear it any longer. It is one of my greatest regrets that I only ever offered him my wisdom, when what he truly needed was friendship. The blame for Dion's transgressions lies not only on his shoulders, but on mine.
I see. I'm ready to help you in any way that I can.
Then I beg that you bring me a wild wyvern tail.
Such a random thing.
Apothecaries across the ages agree that even to glimpse such a flower is to be granted inner solace. Fabulists and fraudsters all, of course. But there is oft a seed of truth to be found, where even the most...
He wants me to go find a wyvern tail?
Well, it can't hurt to try. Where can I find this flower?
Oh, it's a flower.
Well, I know it.
You have seen cultivated wyvern tails before, I trust. The lily-white blossoms from whose roots the poisonous ink for the brand is distilled. Well, those which grow in the wild differ only in their purple hue. The harsher the environment in which they are raised, the deeper the color. There is a waterfall in Rickmal's Roost across the strait, where the flowers once grew in abundance. Whether they still survive there,
maybe,
I know not. But
maybe we're gonna have to fight in Ochu.
I can find no likelier location.
Or a Morble.
It's all right.
I hope it's not another Morble.
I'll find you a wyvern tail one way or another.
Thank you, Clive.
Yeah, I wonder if I've got to fight... Ochu hasn't shown up in this game. That's one of the classic Final Fantasy enemies that's missing.
Do you think they'll come back?
So we need to go to Martha's Rest and talk to three different villagers.
Let's hope one of the merchants here has what Gav needs. Excuse me. I'm looking for something.
Oh, well, then I'm your man.
A silver chocobo feather.
Oh, or maybe not. There was a man stopped by the rest not long ago, claiming he was attacked by a silver chocobo near some gutted hovel not far from Eastpool. Most took him for a braggart and a liar, but who knows?
This voice actor
Perhaps
sounds
there
like
was some truth to his
someone from a
tale.
different game that I played
We'll see.
recently.
Thank you.
Sounds like one of the voice actors from Elden Ring. But I can't remember which NPC.
Off you.
Oh wait, there's
Just go in spare nine.
Is there still another one to talk to? Oh, quest 1. Speak with the merchants in Martha's Rest.
It's all set out.
How do, traveller? You've the look of a man who could do with a new whetstone.
Maybe another time. I'm looking for a silver chocobo feather.
If that's the case, rumours are all you're likely to find. No one has seen a silver chocobo for years. Word is they were all hunted for their feathers. Some northern nonsense about bringing good luck. If any are still out there, I reckon they'll be doing their damnedest not to be discovered.
You're probably right.
Alright, there's one more merchant. Right? Yeah, there's still another one.
It doesn't still hurt, does it?
Might be inside. Oh no, right here.
Can I help you with something?
You wouldn't happen to sell silver chocobo feathers, would you?
I deal in fruit, not fancies. But if it's fancies you're after, I suggest you try Rhiannon's ride.
Was a silver chocobo seen there?
Oh, yes. If you believe the ravings of a madman.
It wouldn't be the first time. A silver chocobo sighted in the hills near Rhiannon's Ride. It sounds almost too good to be true. But Since I'm already here.
Alright. I bet we're gonna have to fight the chocobo.
Let's go.
Got my own chocobo that's not a standard yellow color either.
Tracks. Left by bandits for a change.
Down here?
More tracks. And these look fresh. The chocobo was here. And recently.
You think everybody is in Discord?
I don't hear anything.
Is that the feather?
Well, I'll be damned.
Silver chocobos.
It's all right. I'm not going to hurt you. Just borrowing a feather for my friend. Thank you. Let's get this back to Gav before they change their minds.
What did he need this feather for again? And was there something upstairs? Oh, there was. Okay, what did I need to do? Oh, I have to go here. You're working on different overclocking methods for the 7800X3D. Oh, you did the curve optimizer one. What's all this? I don't think I remember being over here.
Needs oil. After what happened here, it's a miracle there was any left at all.
There's still another one around. Oh, there it is.
This should be enough.
I have to defeat a desert Korava. A desert tour. Oh no, a desert tour in Korava. Which method are you thinking? So the 7800X3D, you can't do. You won't be able to do OC mode, right? Because you can't set a manual voltage. So you would have to do. You'd have to use curve optimizer and precision boost overdrive.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the other techniques would be besides that. Am I in the right area? Oh, it's over there.
There it is. The flood. But what's waiting for us inside?
The Akasha Energies. It's actually over here. Alright. We're going on foot.
Can't leave a single one alive.
Ouch. Sit down. Oh, there's a big guy. Alright, I'm gonna get rid of this guy first. Level 3, Zantetsuken. On boards, you have the E clock and B clock. You have it set to asynchronous mode. I did the taunt, but I messed myself up by doing that. Get him, Torgal. There. You have the E clock and B clock 2. You can adjust those frequencies and set it to asynchronous mode. Oh, that's right. B clock mode is also a method. You have to keep in mind though, when you do that, the RAM, that will change the clock speed of the RAM. If I remember correctly. Maybe because of asynchronous mode it doesn't. But you may have to change the memory divider.
And see how the others fared.
Sometime later.
All the Akashic we were able to find have been dealt with. Seems that might be the last of them.
Last of them here, perhaps.
Lubo, Sir Clive has returned.
Clive! What news from Charatina?
It's done. Root and branch.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Because B clock also, you can't go too far with B clock because it can also affect the it can not only does it affect memory, it can also affect the PCIe and the NVMe as a result of that, because it changes the clock speed for the clock that the PLL that's provided to the PCIe gets affected by that too.
Allow me to apologize. After all you have done for this town,
Oh,
I should
okay.
never have doubted you.
But we did. And for that,
What do you
we
set the
are
B clock
truly
to though?
sorry.
Like
We only
101?
hope that you can forgive us.
101 megahertz?
We need you, Lubo. Dalimil needs you. So, if you would still like to be considered for the position of mayor, you have our backing.
You do remember that I'm a bearer, don't you?
We do. But that is not a stain on your character. It is a stain on ours. We thought only of what we perceived bearers to be, not what you truly are.
I see. But I will only accept your proposal on 2 conditions.
Name them.
Firstly, that you will both do everything in your power to rally your people to my cause. If the Town Guard and the Merchants League do not accept my
Yeah, you
leadership,
can't really go that far on B
from the
clock
start.
because you could mess up PCIe stability.
Unity is the key to defending Dalimil, and I do not doubt that we shall need to call on our combined strength again. When that time comes, I will expect us all to pull together, just as we did today.
Of course. You have our word.
And secondly, you will accept that if I am to lead you, the mistreatment of bearers must end here in Dalimil. Any bearer within our walls shall be afforded the same rights as any other citizen. They will not be judged by what they are, but who they are.
As we failed to do, and came so close to losing everything.
We agree to your conditions. And we have only one in return.
Condition accepted. Well then, it seems my mayorship is all but confirmed. Do I get some sort of special hat? How fickle fate can be. Not so long ago, I had resigned myself to leaving Dalimil in disgrace. And now, I find myself her leader. Here. For everything.
19,250? 603 with parkour.
About the children.
Fear not. You are, of course, relieved of your responsibility. I would sooner face another horde of Akashic than see them brought up as outlaws. I'll make sure they're safe here.
I don't doubt that you will. And not just the children, but everyone in Dalimil.
I'll do my best. Can't have all your hard work going to waste.
What do you need to watch out for? Read-write issues with the NVMe drive. It could also affect the graphics card stability too. Because it does affect PCIe. Wait, what does this do? Oh, something for the chamber. Briar's Kiss signboard. Oh, something from the Bahamut style, and then this. To impulse cooldown reduced by 2 seconds.
I knew I was right.
Okay, we can... Oh, you know what? We should go fight this... The 9 of Knives. Yeah, let's go get the 9 of Knives. He's like right there. What's this? $10 gil. Just laying around. Oh wait, there he is. Oh, I missed. I missed again. He wasn't even close to me. Get him, Torgal. Go on, Joshua. Oh, I missed again. Ouch, that hurt. Got him. Where'd he go? Did I get him? Oh, he was underground?
Get him. Let's try.
Oh, I got poisoned. I got poisoned. He's doing his undermine. He's doing undermine. Get him. Oh, I cut him. I countered him. Oh, that was a cool finisher. I think I leveled up from that. I did level up. Level 47.
Those who kill for sport deserve no better.
Yeah, he killed somebody on the ground there, so now he himself is dead. The style of that enemy makes me think of, oh wow, he killed a lot of enemies. He killed a lot of people that were out here on the road. Even chocobos. Well, now he's dead too. So the thing is, that enemy makes me think of Old Hero from Demon Souls. Okay, we gotta go this way.
Ready, go?
Alright, let's go. We are going to the green circle. What is that? Oh, a Republican Wild War Panther. Very random name. Alright, yeah, this is the right way. What is this? Red Comet? Is that the Red Comet?
Thanks, Gal.
Is that Red Comet? Dread Comet. But he's red. This is gonna be annoying.
That's like no chocobo either.
Freeze him while we can.
Something tells me it won't be easily broken.
Luckily, we were over leveled, so yeah, he's gonna call a bunch of comets down. Tried to back up. Oh, that hurt. Whoa! He like jumped over. The Chocobo jumped over my ice beam. Oh man, he's really annoying. Whoa, he's just not stopping with these. I need to get closer to him. It's pretty cool fight. That fight's gonna be really hard on the higher difficulty level. I can already tell. That all the meteor spam. That's actually a pretty fun fight, though. Comet Feather used in crafting.
Poor beast. There was nothing I could do.
Well, we're the ones that attacked it. I hope the notorious hunts are, I hope these notorious hunts are available without having to go all the way to late game on the higher difficulty level. That was a cool fight, though. I fought a giant bird that could call down meteors from outer space. And it had feathers like a toucan or something. I think we go, yeah, we go around. Oh, no, it's this way.
Here we are again. Carava. If you were a tortoise, Togo. Looks like we found him.
Did I miss? Oh, I was too far away. Oh, his giant tortoise. Joshua does like a fire attack and I do an ice one. Does he cancel out? Ouch. Man. This time I want to hit him with the big frost attack. There we go. Got him. That was not a notorious hunt. That was just an enemy that we had to kill for somebody asked me to do that. For the adamantoid shell? Well, that's not the quest item though.
I better get these materials to Mid so she can finish.
Oh, Mid wanted one of those. For something. Like she's trying to figure out how to make an airship or something.
Come on. Run like the wind.
Oh wait, did I go the wrong way? Technically, there was a better way to go. But we can still get there from going this way. I don't think it was a Tori's hunt. We should have got different music.
Eyes peeled, Joshua.
Is that it? Simorg?
There it is. The House Rossfield.
Oh, great. There's a tornado. Oh, he parried me. Whoa. Man, that was an interesting attack. I've never seen that before. Go for the iframes. Ouch. Oh. Oh, Phoenix buffed me with something. Oh, he jumped away? Whoa, the Griffin, the Simorg just like dodged my ice beam. I like how they slow it down when that happens. Like either if you dodge or you parry or the enemy does it. I like how they do that. So I think this is what we needed. The key item, yeah. The Heartstone.
Is this the Heartstone?
I expect Lady Goditha will know.
Still have some potions. Who do I need to turn this in? Oh.
Oh, thank the Founder you were safe. The Griffin is slain then?
And the Heartstone claimed.
Simorg's a Griffin, apparently.
Yes. This radiant luster, like frozen flame. It is just as your father described it. Thank you, my lord. Your grace. Your father would be so proud.
Lady Goditha, the lapidary is ready.
Thank you, Cyril. I will be with him shortly. If you would excuse me, I shall have the stone cut and set forthwith.
Well, I think I've killed like four notorious marks while doing these side quests so
The
far.
armbands are complete. Pray, take them. They are yours, after all. Heartstone is harder and more enduring than garnet, or even ruby. It symbolizes unwavering will and devotion, and the graven vines encircling the stone represent...
Does this mean we got new gear?
It's a message. Father knew we had enemies both inside and outside the duchy. Enemies who would thwart his vision. Only with unwavering devotion would it ever be realized.
And only if we stood together, as Phoenix and Shield, as brothers in arms. Only then might those enemies be overcome.
Indeed. His Grace knew the enormity of the task he would entrust to you, his heirs. But this was more than just a message. It was a promise. That he would always be with you.
Thank you, Lady Goditha, for remaining the steadfast custodian of our father's will.
Forgive me, my lady, but there is something I don't quite understand. The Undying told me that after Father died, Mother claimed all of the ducal treasures for her own. Even if the armbands were incomplete, she would surely not have overlooked them. So, how were you able to keep them from her?
Because I was the keeper of the vault. Though I was but a lowly servant, your father spoke to me of his intentions for the bands, of the deep love he had for both of you, and his hopes for your future. In the days before the disaster at Phoenix Gate, I discovered that the Duchess had ordered her jewelry be sent away from the castle. It was then that I knew she meant to betray us. I tried to warn your father, but it was too late.
So she knew that was going to happen.
When I reached Rosalith, I knew my time was short. So I took up the armbands and I fled into the night.
And thank the Founder you did.
Yet my duty to your father was incomplete. Not knowing what else to do, I followed the Griffin, thinking I might claim the Heartstone on its passing. And so my pursuit continued, until Lord Cyril appeared before me. He informed me that His Grace's will had been recovered, and that his sons were alive and well.
Lady Goditha, on behalf of my father and all the people of Rosaria, I thank you for your loyal service.
As do I.
Thank you, my lord. Your Grace, for coming back to us. For giving my service meaning.
We got Founder's Grasp. So that is an item. Oh, okay. It's not that much better than the upgrade Sun Bracelets +2, but it is better. It's a purple.
The bands suit you well. It must be gratifying to finally receive the inheritance that was denied you for so long.
It is. And we thank you for the part you played, Cyril.
If you would permit me to play my part a little longer, might I suggest that you make your way to your father's memorial atop Hawk's Cry Cliff? Let him see that you have received his blessing, and that his vision lives on in you.
I suppose it would be churlish not to. What do you say, Clive? Shall we pay your father a visit?
I think we should. I was hoping to be able to offer him my thanks before we left for Origin.
Your father's helm is enshrined there. It has been since the day we recovered it from Phoenix Gate. I prithee claim it, for it too is a part of your inheritance, and I do not doubt that your father would prefer it in your hands than perched upon some lonely rock.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Cyril.
So the helm is somewhere else. It's at the gravesite.
Come on, Clive. He's waiting.
Visit Archduke Elwin's memorial. Where is that? It's gonna be in Rosaria somewhere. Straight ahead.
Come on. Run like the wind.
Unwavering will and an unbreakable bond. Do you really think we're strong enough?
Save the world? Of course. To have overcome Father's political enemies. Of that I'm less certain. Especially knowing what we know now. What Mother was truly capable of. But perhaps these bands would have helped. Knowing he was with us would have made all the difference.
It's just back there.
This is it? Oh, I didn't even know this was the gravesite.
Father always fought for what he believed was right. It wasn't until that night at Phoenix Gate that I realized I had never fought for anything. I always had someone else to do the fighting for me.
No matter how fate conspired against him, he never lost heart, never looked back, never stopped fighting. To me, he was the greatest of men. I've been trying to live up to his ideals ever since.
We all have, Clive. We all have. And we'll keep trying. Because that's what he would have wanted.
What he would have done himself. Even if it meant standing against the very gods in the heavens.
I shall be borrowing this, Father, if I may. That you might watch over us as we follow in your footsteps.
We won't lay you down.
Onward then.
Onward. To the end.
And to a new beginning.
So this quest definitely is going to be a late game one. This one's definitely a late game one. It probably doesn't open up until after you defeat Barnabas. Rusted Battle Helm. That's cool. I didn't know the king's grave site was... you could actually visit it. Joining his with Joshua has joined Clive's party and will remain with him until departing for Origin. Okay. He already was in the group, though. His grace, the most righteous. Where is this at? Oh, okay, Heroes Bluff. Because Rosaria, the capital is like... no, not over there. It's over there. It's in that direction, so it's like up here somewhere. We've gone through a lot of these. Actually, we still have some over here. To do some in Wallode. Oh, I need to kill, I need to hunt the Pandemonium guy. Where's that guy at? This dude over here. Okay, so let's go grab this. See, the only thing that's a little kind of disappointing is how in the end game, a lot of the villages are lifeless. There's no one around. It's like a lot of the older, well, not all of them, but like it's like some of the older Final Fantasy games, like 8 and 9, where you couldn't revisit certain areas. At least in this game, you can revisit areas, but the areas are decimated. It's too bad the post game didn't let you like explore and do this stuff with a better looking world that wasn't like all decrepit and ruined. Well, I missed the turn. Wait, where is it?
Might this be Nickelberg?
Be safe.
There's humans here.
These people aren't turned.
They might be bears.
And the village seems safe enough at least. What is going on here?
Ah. Did you, too, heed the call?
Heed the call? No, I came here looking for someone. To be honest, I wasn't sure I'd find him here. Let alone all of you.
Is that so?
What are you doing here? Is this where you live?
It is my home. The others, they heeded the call.
You keep saying that. What do you mean?
They came here to perform the rite, just as King Barnabas instructed. This village is their altar, where they shall cast their souls upon the gentle waters and give themselves to the Lord.
Give themselves?
Oh, Lord, cleanse us of our sins.
Let us be reborn in your loving arms.
Free us from the torment of this mortal realm.
They sound like Romanians.
I want to be saved. Forgive me. But did another foreigner, like me, come here? He was probably wearing a cowl.
You mean the traveler from Storm? Yes. He is staying at my house, toward the rear of the village.
Thank you. If you don't mind, I'll go and greet him.
They seek the same salvation Barnabas did. At least the third chair still lives. Let's go and find him.
This place is kind of creepy. They've got a well also. Well, we said at the back of the village. There he is. All right, let's get this guy and let's hightail out of here. This place is giving me the creeps. The Crystalline Dominion keeps getting mentioned multiple times.
Excuse me. Are you with the Undying?
I am. And so it would appear, are you?
Lord Rosfield, if I am not mistaken.
That's right. And you must be the third chair.
I am.
If he's
Cyril
the
was
third
worried for your
chair,
safety.
then is Clive the
Sent me to
first
find
chair
you.
and Joshua's the second
I
chair?
must apologize. I did not mean to trouble the bearer of the burning quill, much less you, my Lord Marquis.
He said that you had failed to report. Is there a reason for that?
I came here to study the followers of this new faith. But the more I learned of them, the more my own faith began to falter. You have seen them at their prayers, have you not? They devote themselves to the veneration of their Lord with a fervor I have never seen before. Praying night and day that they might be rid of their wicked wills and reborn in their Saviour's light. Not that they might be granted respite from their worldly woes, but so that they might continue to serve him. Serve him with all of their beings. I, too, swore to devote my life to the service of my Lord and Master, but this... it is different. It is more. And so I would see it through to the end. See these people safe, that they might achieve their dream, that they might do their duty to their Lord. Even if it should keep me from doing my duty to mine.
You do understand what their dream is, don't you?
I do, my lord. They would cast aside their wills and become a Kashik. I know that it may be hard to believe, but to these people, that is the very essence of salvation. Forgive me, my lord, but I must remain here. If you are to return to Master Cyril, I would consider it a great... Did you hear that, my lord? Something is happening.
Yeah, something bad is
Go find out
happening.
what? Stay here.
I bet this guy is not gonna stay here. Oh, great. The fog is building up. It's the blue from PUBG.
Oh no.
The etheric flood.
There must be something I can do. Echoes as well.
They're all still in normal.
Found her.
Ready, brother?
Ready.
All yours, Fogo.
Are they gonna transform? Wait, what? Fallen ruins.
We meet again. I've killed your kind before.
Ouch, that hurt. Transform. This has boss music. This thing's a boss. He's got me in the corner. Maybe I should get out of the corner. Yeah. Oh, he's changing it up. What's it gonna do that? How do I keep getting hit? Why am I not dodging that? That was kind of dumb. He dodged. Hey Ray. Haven't seen you in a while. Oh, how did I, what the? Get him. Alright, slice him up. Get him, slice him, dice him. Oh yeah, that's so satisfying. Oh man. Fallen Iron. So all those like giant mecha things are all they're all fallen. Final Fantasy 16 is great. It's probably the best game that I've played all year out of the ones that have launched this year. Oh, they're in trouble.
Damn it.
Oh no, the third chair.
Come on, speak to me.
I had to save them, that they might have a chance to find true salvation. By devoting themselves to the service of their Lord. Just as I did when the Undying plucked me from the gutter and gave me a cause to believe in. A duty to serve was everything to me, and I would not deny them that fulfillment, even if they must become Akashic in order to achieve it. Forgive me, my Lord Marquis. I did not mean to trouble you with this. My findings. Could you deliver them to Master Cyril for me?
Of course. Your duty will be done.
Look, my lord. They are saved.
Oh no. Oh no. Well, that was kind of sad. I guess in his mind, they achieved salvation by losing their free will?
They are saved. Found that. I should get this report to Cyril.
Are you buying?
Well, how convenient. There's a merchant here. I need to restock.
Fine choice. Anything else?
Yeah, Final Fantasy 16 is pretty good. So I finished the game on Tuesday, the main story. So now I'm just finishing up like side quest content, so that I can go into New Game Plus on the higher difficulty level that's unlocked after completing the game, and kind of speed run through it. I want to get the Ultima weapon, the best weapon in the game. Right now I have the best weapon for the initial playthrough, but I just need to finish up all this side content. It's mostly everything that I wanted. It's what I expected it to be. I would say it's definitely better than the predecessor, Final Fantasy 15. But there are a couple things that they could have added, or they just didn't, I guess they didn't include for whatever reason. Like, it would have been nice to see more iconic Final Fantasy enemies, like different monsters, different optional bosses. There's no Ochu, for example. There's Behemoth, but there's like not a lot of the very iconic enemies. There are some though, the main ones. But it would have been nice to see more. The other thing too is I wish there was a way to issue commands to your other party member, not just Torgal the dog or the wolf, but the other party members that usually accompany you.
My Lord Marquis, welcome back.
Well, the third
I'm
died.
Glad to see you hale and whole.
I met with your third chair, Cyril. He bade me deliver his findings to you.
Here we go.
Thank you, my lord. He remained in Ash?
He died protecting the villagers from an echo. I buried him in Mickelberg. I'm sorry that I couldn't save him.
If you could not save him, no one could.
The villagers, they were believers in this savior cult. They prayed to their god that they might be unburdened of their wills. Then an ether flood came, and their wish was granted. Your brother sacrificed himself that they might live, even knowing that that life was death by another name.
Death by another name.
Then he perished defending liberty. A hero's end. For the right to choose how one dies is no less sacred than the right to choose how one lives.
Sid would agree. He wanted to build a world where people could die on their own terms.
A noble ambition. To die for one's cause is the most perfect expression of one's faith. It matters not
Death by another name.
Others might judge one's decision to be.
You heard it here
Only
first.
The decision is one's own. We live according to the teachings of our order. We believe in them. We protect them. And yes, we die for them. For better or worse, that is our creed.
But he didn't die for your creed. He died to save them. And you still believe that what he did was right.
I believe that he believed it was. We of the Undying are not slaves, but willing servants. And this was his will, the ultimate expression of it.
All right. I'd like to know this man's name, Cyril. To know the names of all the Undying who've fallen in the line of duty. They died serving my house. It's only right that I remember them. That is my duty.
Of course. I shall fetch the Book of Martyrs at once. My lord, it has been, and shall ever be, the greatest honor of my life to serve House Rosfield. Though our duties may differ, yours is no less important. I pray with all my heart for your success, and were they here, I have no doubt but that every one of my fallen brothers and sisters would feel the same.
Yeah, this game covers a lot of interesting themes. Final Fantasy is notorious for that, but this game goes really dark in ways that previous games didn't really cover. So I get the Clayhearth. I thought he was going to give me the Book of Martyrs. Wait, this quest gives you... Wait a minute. This quest rewards the really rare item that I needed to craft the Götterdämmerung. And I just got the trophy, and they opened up my mind? Wait a minute, I've got the item now. This. The Orichalcum. This thing is extremely rare, and I needed 3 of these to craft the Götterdämmerung, which is the sword that I'm using right now. The best sword in the game. For the normal game. Like for Final Fantasy mode, New Game Plus, the second playthrough, this is not the best weapon. That would be the Ultima weapon, but you need to have this weapon reforged to be able to craft the Ultima weapon, so I have to have this. But that required 3 of those, and now I have a 4th one. So that's interesting. I also thought that I would have gotten like a helm or something, like a better... Something to pay the bills? Well, it's better that than nothing. That's what I always say. Let me see, so... I have a couple of quests left. Silver Linings. Deliver the Silver Chocobo to Gav. What is this? There's another thing over here. In Ash. Ash is like the really messed up continent. So this game has 2 continents. There's Ash, which is the eastern continent, which is where we are, which is the really messed up continent. And then there's Storm, which is... well, it's a better continent. I mean, it's not as decrepit and ruined by orcs and Akashic undead. Wait a minute, where do I need to go? Whoa, this is like way over there. Okay, oh, you know what? We should go and fight Pandemonium. I need to go fight the Pandemonium. See how this place, like the sky is just depressing looking? Like all the trees look dead. There's nothing. There's barely any grass. There's a nice waterfall there on the mountainside. Ooh, there's a treasure chest. That's cool. Then there's this rickety suspension bridge that I don't trust, so I'm gonna run across it on the chocobo as fast as possible.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Am I going the right way? Okay, we're going straight ahead. Yeah, this game, I've put about like 56 hours into this game as of now, so definitely I've played this game more than all the other games that I got earlier this year. The festering, stinking marshlands. This makes me think of Lord of the Rings. You know, the part where Gollum was leading Frodo and Sam through the marshes. Then there was that creepy scene with those dead faces in the water. You guys remember that scene in Lord of the Rings? This area makes me think of that area. It's like we're on the way to Mount Doom.
Flowers blooming next to a waterfall. Shouldn't be too hard to find.
Purple flowers blooming next to a waterfall. Where's a waterfall? That? Hold on. Yeah, it's like somewhere over here. Hold on, maybe get off the chocobo. Maybe it's easier to find it without it. Get this thing out of the way. There's a wyvern here. Got him. Now this guy won't. This little mini dragon won't let me. I parried him. There we go. Slice and dice. I like how it makes that bowling sound when you like stagger the enemy halfway. Got him. Alright, now he's gonna die. He gets sliced up. That's called death by 1,000 cuts. There it is. Wildflowers, wyvern tail.
Here they are. Might as well pick enough for a bunch, I suppose.
That's all I needed, right? I don't need to get any more. Alright, now I need to go and kill this, hunt this thing, Pandemonium. It's apparently, it's an orc.
Let's go.
It's like an orc shaman from WoW. Alright, let's go find this Pandemonium. Chocobo like stepped on something? This game, you know, it depends on like your taste for different genres. I found this game I was more eager to play through this than I was The Witcher 3. The Witcher 3 is a good game, but it is kind of like, it's long, and for some reason, the primary story is not that interesting. At least The Witcher 3 story. I'm not talking about Witcher 2, the entire story, but just Witcher 3. This game's it's kind of got like a Witcher vibe to it, sort of. It's like Final Fantasy with like a Witcher vibe, but it's also kind of like Devil May Cry, but I think a lot of people already made that comparison. Alright, somewhere in here, hidden away here in the back. So I guess we'll just follow to the right here. Stay toward the right. This game is called Final Fantasy 16. It should be in the chat, or in the description. There it is, the Pandemonium. Yeah, that's a big guy. That is a big orc. And he's high level, too. Whoa. Whoa. Called down a meteor on me. A really big orc, and he can teleport around, too. Okay, that was a mistake. I dodged into that. Oh, that's a big meteor. Wait, there's another meteor. I stepped into one. Try mine. Got him. No, this is still Final Fantasy 16. Whoa, what's he doing? Whoa! Oh, that was close, almost died. Torgal had to go Super Saiyan for that. This one certainly has a more diverse moveset than a lot of the other enemies that I've fought so far. He threw me back. $31K damage. Gotta bring the deep. Gotta bring all the deep. Oh, there's a meteor. Torgal's transformed. You guys notice that? He's like in Super Saiyan. $45K damage. Now that's what I'm talking about. Slice and dice. Oh, he interrupted me. Do mine. Got him. That one was actually a lot more challenging than the other ones. That was tougher than the Atlas fight. Stained loincloth material using crafting. I wonder what that's used for.
Your reign is at an end.
Was this the Orc King? Was this Thrall? Was that Thrall from WoW? Hey, Matt. Man, that one was probably the strongest. That was the hardest fight I've done so far out of the Notorious marks. Pandemonium was definitely... I think he's only a A rank, though, but he seemed a lot more challenging. He had a lot of meteors and AoE spam. It's kind of annoying. Oh, wait, we gotta go over here. Just trying to finish up all the side content before I start a new game plus cycle. I've already finished the game. Or, like, I finished the game on, like, Tuesday, the actual main story. So now I'm just going, backtracking and doing all of the side content that I skipped. There, you saw the video? Yeah. So, I didn't put any FSR or XESS. I'll probably look at that in a separate video. But the conclusion that I came to was you can do ray tracing on the A750 and the AMD card, the 7600. But the problem is you have to leverage upscaling. Like it's there's no other way around it, especially for the newer games. Like Hogwarts Legacy is a prime example. The Jedi game in particular, like Star Wars Jedi Survivor, that one really needs FSR, like for both of those cards. Like well, I'm stuck in a forest. Apparently, I don't know how I'm supposed to get through here. I guess you just have to walk slowly. Like, the Chocobo doesn't like to walk into trees, apparently. You shouldn't have used Forspoken. The game has fake ray tracing. Yeah, well, it didn't really do anything. If you noticed, what's weird about it is both cards averaged 36. Although I almost don't even trust Forspoken's result because, well, it was kind of weird. Like I tried to show different clips that I recorded during the benchmark where, like, in one case, the AMD card was like 50 or 40. It's like 40 to 50 something FPS in one scene, and then in another scene it was as low as like 17 FPS, and then the Intel one was usually always in like the 30s. So the Intel one was actually more consistent, but it was like a lower. It was oftentimes it was a lower FPS, where AMD was either like a higher FPS or was like a really low FPS for some reason in two of the scenes. So it ended up averaging out. It was kind of hilarious when I was sitting there watching the benchmark. Like,
still here.
I didn't expect to see 36 for both of them. So it basically canceled out. Like, if you go by maximum, the AMD card was faster. I did want to capture that, to at least mention that. But yeah, that game... I looked at the patch history on Forspoken. They've released multiple patches over the last 4 months, and the game still runs like garbage. Like, you have to turn on FSR, so you can't get a 60 FPS experience on either of those cards without FSR. So it's kind of a joke. Wait a minute, there's like a bunch of what is this? Is this a graveyard? Is there like a... This place looks very Resident Evil. Oh yeah, this is a graveyard. We're not gonna get jumped by a bunch of like undead, are we? Oh, there's a treasure chest. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, when I tested Quake 2, Quake 2 was the one that actually had the most interesting result in my mind. Like the Intel, so the Intel had to use the Ray Query preset or profile to get above 60 FPS. The AMD, I tried both profiles, it did the same thing on both. So it was like, okay, it doesn't really matter, it doesn't make a difference for the Radeon card, but for the Intel card it did make a difference. Wait, what's over here? I feel like I'm gonna walk into like an optional boss. By just running around in the twilight. What is this? Oh, it's one of these things. Okay, that's what was over here. And a treasure chest. These things are like those secret missions in Devil May Cry. That's what these things are. I don't want to do that right now. So we'll just, but now I know where that one is. Probably should do that before I finish the game cycle, though. Those are kind of weird. They're like time attack. And you're restricted to a certain moveset. Conditioning schedule. The press yard, 20 sandbags. The furnace, burn intensity gradually.
Conditioning. This is nothing short of torture.
Trainees coming to the crystal's curse or otherwise perishing are to be disposed of with all haste. The graveyard is strictly reserved for the uncursed. Bare disposal within its bounds is punishable by death.
Disposed of? Herman wasn't exaggerating. It's a wonder he survived this place.
I've recently learned that my own daughter was among the children turned to stone by the brutal training I subjected them to. What is going on here?
This reads like a suicide note. Did the director go through with his plan? There's only one way to find out.
How come that door was open earlier? So now we have to actually go to the graveyard, right? Oh, here we go. Yeah. There's someone in here. And there's all this blue from PUBG.
A forked white tree. This must be the place.
We're walking around in the blue.
Could he really be buried here?
Hmm?
There's something hidden among the roots. Let's see.
Something hidden among the roots. So it's not buried by a headstone, it's buried by a tree.
This must be the registry.
Hans, 10 years old. Lithification? Alfred, 9 years old, succumbed to conditioning. Franz, 12 years old, lithification. Paulina, 10 years old. What? Bruno, Joanna, Reinhard, Marta, Lothar. Whoa, what? And there's like, the list goes on and on.
So many names. This place was a slaughterhouse. Where is the architect of all this misery?
Of course they come out of the ground or something. Now?
It's only a matter of time, I suppose. This place is cursed.
Oh, the big guy hit me back. Okay.
ready.
I'll have to freeze them.
Nice try.
$34K damage. Alright, I'm transforming. That's it. Super Saiyan. Phoenix, cast something on me. Slice him up. Got him. The voice of Clive sometimes sounds like Russell Crowe from Gladiator. He's got that kind of like raspy voice to him.
I'm done here. Let's get the registry back to Herman.
Alright, so that's that. Although there is one of these here. What else? I think that's this whole zone. The Edge of Infinity. So, oh, we just need to turn things in now. Okay. Doing all of that makes me feel like I'm playing an MMO, because these side quests are structured in a way that feels very much like Final Fantasy XIV. It's like when you play WoW, you see those exclamation marks over the NPC's head, you run up to them, you grab all the quests, you go out in the field, you pick all the berries, you kill all the bats, you do all the whatever stuff they want you to do, and then you turn it all in at the hub, like right now. Man, I feel like if they made, if somebody, probably like a Korean developer, but if somebody made an MMO that had this game's combat system, but it was an MMO, that would actually be pretty cool. That would be a pretty fun game, not gonna lie. I know there's Black Desert. Black Desert's gameplay looks kind of like this game, but trust me, it doesn't play anything like this game. Like this game, the controls are, maybe it's because Black Desert's an MMO, but this game's combat system is so precise and so good, like Devil May Cry style. It's so good. Like, man, I wish there was an MMO that could do combat just like this game. Doesn't have to be as complicated as Devil May Cry. I think this game succeeds in that the combat system, it's action oriented, but it's not overwhelmingly complex, meaning the skill ceiling in this game is a lot shorter than in a game like Ninja Gaiden, Devil May Cry, etc. You know, those type of games. More so like Elden Ring, but the difference between this and Elden Ring, the combat in Elden Ring feels very weighty, and it has a lot of weight to it. It's slower. This, it's like you're just flying around, jumping, doing all these aerial combos, ground combos, uppercuts. You got that up smash. You have the down thing. The Torgal can like launch enemies into the air, and then you can combo off of that. You have your limit break. You can basically go Super Saiyan. Even the dog can transform into a super dog, I guess. I don't know. Like, it's awesome.
Clive, you're back. How'd you get on? Any luck?
Any luck, you say?
Alright, here's that silver chocobo that you wanted. The feather. Technically, you could have just plucked one off of Ambrosia.
Crystals crack. Is this what I think it is? Where in the hell did you find it?
It's a long story.
It's a long story. It's like, I found it on the ground.
Right there on the road to Eastpool.
Right there on the road.
Who'd have thought
Found it on the ground.
Everything up there's been abandoned for years. The empty cabin made for the perfect shelter. Though I fear my presence may have forced the poor creatures to look elsewhere.
Don't blame yourself, Clive. The Blight's right on Eastpool's doorstep. They'd have had to move on before long, even if you hadn't have turned up. They'll find a new home. Trust me. After all, that's what us endangered animals do. Anyway, what matters is, you managed to nick us one of their quills before they could run off. And now all that's left is to fix it to the carving.
I didn't know you could carve.
Reckon there's a lot you don't know about me. Like the fact I'm as good with a whittling knife as I am with a sword. And that bone Ember gave me's a dream to work with. What did you say it was from again? An Avis?
But it weren't your Avis, Sid. I slew one of my own at last.
So all those long nights in the pit finally bore fruit. I'm proud of you, Ember.
Don't speak too soon. I ain't done my trial yet.
They do the... They do the dialogue. Wait, what? Oh.
What do you think?
What is it supposed to be?
I think if you ever hang up your scouting cap, you'll be able to make an honest living.
Oh, will I? I should go and see if Ed is awake.
Give it my best.
You can give it to yourself. Come on.
I wanted to keep that little thing that he made. The dialogue, like when you talk to the NPCs, it makes you think of The Witcher. It makes you think of Witcher 3. Like where it's like your character's talking on one side, the other character's talking. And I like that the character, obviously, because this is a game about a specific character, you can't name the character. So the nice thing about that is it's not a silent protagonist. One thing that would have ruined this game is if the main character was a silent protagonist that you name, then, well, they could have worked around that because they did that with 10. Like 10 had a silent, well, no, he wasn't silent. But the way they were very clever with the dialogue because they never said his name. So you could actually name him. Alright, we've got the Briar Kiss signboard, Clayheart signboard, and the rusted battle helm of his father, Archduke Elwyn. So I'm missing, what, like 3 or 4 things? We almost have all of it. A concern for Jill. Though her icon brought her much suffering, the loss of Shiva weighs heavy on her heart. So she... Okay, yeah, that's right.
If Joshua's worried about Jill, I should go and speak with him.
That's the only new quest. I gotta turn in these other ones. Maybe they have more. But the way they did the side quest is like it's just like an MMO. It's like they literally took that out of the playbook for Final Fantasy XIV. With the 7800X3D, you finally got 19,757 Cinebench. Been working on this. Wow. Really?
Oarsman, I found the flowers you were looking for.
You did?
I think I did.
That's like 150 points more than your previous high score.
You did indeed. My dear boy, thank you.
You wanted to make Dion a gift of one, did you not? Shall I invite him to join us?
Oh, I don't...
It's no trouble. I'll go and fetch him.
This is a late game quest too because you've got Dion in the quest.
Your Highness, would you do me the honor of accompanying me?
No.
It is time, then.
No. Only to the shelves. Our lawsman has something he'd like to give you.
Master Harpocrates? No. I dare not show my face before him. Not after everything I have done. I have taken countless innocent lives. And ruined countless more, all because I was weak. I have sworn to atone for my crimes or die in the attempt. But were I to meet with him again, and see in his eyes what I have become, I fear that my resolve might falter.
Then that is all the more reason to do it. Test your resolve. Prove to yourself, and to him, how strong it truly is.
You are right. I must, at the very least, offer him my gratitude. Very well, then. Take me to him.
I don't think he really has any explaining to do, though, because Tomes wasn't even around when he did all of that. So it's kind of water under the bridge. Those kids are like, why is he in here?
Even now, I hesitate to approach him. What must he think of me?
You'd be surprised.
Master Harpocrates, pray, accept my apologies for leaving your tutelage before my studies were complete. Your lessons opened my mind to a world quite unlike the one I had imagined from within the gilded confines of the palace. And I shall be forever grateful for the efforts you made to enlighten me.
Lift up your head, Your Highness. The deeds of youth require no apology. That you took the time to visit me says much about the man you have become. Now, there is something I would like to show you.
Is that a wyvern tail? The color is unfamiliar to me.
Because it is unique to those found in the wild.
Oh.
Something in the harsh environments in which they grow lends them this striking hue. Their roots are indistinguishable from those of their hothouse cousins, but once they bloom, the difference is immediately apparent. In this flower, I see you, Your Highness. Its roots were the roots of a wyvern tail, with all that implies. But they do not define it, just as yours do not define you. I want you to have it, that it might remind you of this truth.
Master Harpocrates, I would ask of you a service. Keep your gift until I have fulfilled my duty to the realm, for only then shall I be deserving of it.
As you wish, Your Highness. I shall await your return.
Roots do not define us. No wonder my stepmother didn't like him. For reuniting me with memories I had thought long lost. I shall not forget this.
What did he give him? What did he give him?
Thank you, Clive. Were it not for you, I fear I might never have found the right moment to speak with him. Not to mention the wyvern tales. I shall plant their seeds, that I might not disappoint His Highness upon his return.
I hope the soil in the hideaway is to their liking.
Why, these flowers bloomed in the bleak, black wastes of Waloed. I'm sure Nigel's yard will suit them to a T.
Yeah, those are purple because they were Waloed.
When it comes to expressing one's gratitude, I find that words are seldom sufficient. Here.
What's this?
A stolas quill. Or more precisely, my stolas quill. 'Tis said that an owl's feathers are steeped in the wishes it hears over its long lifetime. All those words just waiting to pour out onto the page. So consider this my wish for you. That one day you may put down your sword and pick up that pen.
Oh, okay, that's what I gave him.
When that day comes, I'll certainly have a lot to write about. Thank you, Harpocrates. It shall have pride of place in my chamber.
What was the thing that the prince gave him, though? He got a lot of experience from that quest. Stola's quill. So, Harpocrates gave him that. Okay, this. Bahamut's Mercy. Reduces Gigaflare cooldown by 6 seconds. That is actually really good, and that's one of the things. This is one of the reasons why I'm doing these side quests before going into the New Game Plus cycle, because I want these talismans. Alright, how many hunts do we have left? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We still have 15 hunts. And I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I've done a little more than half. Man, there's still a lot of those. Oh, wait a minute. Why is Gab outside?
I was just about to go in. But then I thought it might be better if you went first. What with you being the head of the family and all.
What?
You nearly collapsed back there. It's just a touch of the vapors. I'll be fine.
Ty's tea stopped the fits. I only hope this.
Ah, me lords.
How are you feeling?
Well, thank you. Is something wrong?
Wrong? No, nothing like that. What it is,
Go on, please. It's beautiful. Did you make it?
We did. It's from all of us here at the Hideaway. Your new family, like. It's a good luck charm. We may come up north when a band's on the way. I mean a baby. To let him know that they're part of the family too. Oh, I hope you like it.
I don't know what to say. I thank you, my lords, for everything.
If there's anything you need, just let us know.
I will.
Clive, fancy a swift off? I'm thirsty.
I could be convinced.
He barely even said anything. There is a lot of voiced dialogue in the side quests. A lot. I'm actually surprised.
Don't you think you've had enough?
No, we're celebrating. I'm gonna be a father.
I think Edda might have something to say about that.
You know what I mean. Bit of light in these dark times. Wasn't long after me 10th name day. My mum told us she was with child again. I was over the fucking moon. I was looking forward to having a little one to lord it over. What with me being the runt of the litter. Thought I'd finally have a chance to prove to the world that I could be a big brother. Imperials came the day she went into labor. Had myself a baby sister. And then I didn't. My whole family gone in a blink, while I hid in the cellar like the spineless little arsehole I was. Great brother I turned out to be. I'll never be a leader. And I'll never be a hero. I'm just a daft little dog who comes running when his master calls. I'll never be like you, or Sid, or Jill, or even Torgal.
Have you finished?
Maybe.
Do you know why you're our best scout? Because you don't need anyone to hold your hand. Without your resourcefulness, your courage, your determination, I don't know where we'd be. Maybe hanging off a cliff like,
That was only the once.
Exactly. You learned from it. And here you are after Founder knows how many missions, stronger for everyone. And let's not forget Rosalith. Who was it who freed me from the dungeon? Who was it who ran to Jill's rescue?
That would be me.
Because you're our brother, Gav. My brother.
Your brother.
Which means that when the time comes,
I get your room. And your sword.
He wants that sword. He wants the Gotterdamerung. mean, it's only the best sword in new game.
I may have had one too many.
You may have had 10 too many.
I said I was thirsty. Better get back to work anyway. After I walk this off. Clive?
What is it?
Thanks for, you know.
I know.
That was a very bro fist moment. Winter mead, potent, potable, made from honey collected from the Northern Territories. You know, they didn't do enough. My one thing about this game, if they do some DLC for this game, I really want them to add something in the Northern Territories. Just something, anything. It could be an underground dungeon or whatever. I would really like to go to the Northern Territories.
One of these days. One of these days, I swear, it's gonna be me who drinks you under the table.
If by under the table you mean retching on my boots half the night, I reckon one of those days was yesterday.
Ha ha, you think you're so funny. But just wait till we crack open the bottle I left in your chambers. That stuff's strong enough to burn the horns off a behemoth.
Sounds like I'll be needing some new boots.
Do you think they'll come back?
Ifrit?
Your resolve didn't falter.
No. Though I continue to be bewildered by fate. But I should meet with my old tutor here. At the very end of the world. I thank you. With all my heart. For giving me this chance.
And I thank you for taking it.
Should like to look upon that flower once more. When I am worthy. I stand ready to leave for Origin at your word. May Grieger go with us.
And see us safely home. Joshua, I read your message. You're right. Jill is different. I don't think I'd realized how different, but since we returned from Drake's spine, I've felt it more and more.
I suppose it's not hard to imagine why.
She doesn't think she belongs anymore.
And that's why we need to remind her she is still one of us. To let her know that we still need her. Now more than ever. That you still need her.
You mean...
How to do
You mean
that.
Rebirth?
When last we were truly close, we were but children.
Because Final Fantasy VII Remake's been out for a while. But yeah, I will be playing Rebirth when it releases.
Father on his annual tour of the duchy.
It'll be next year, though.
And Jill and I broke from the procession to ride up Man's Hill.
To see the snow daisies, I remember. It was the first time Father had allowed us to join him. And when he realized you were missing, he had the entire retinue down to the pot boys.
In fact, I still need to finish part 1.
In the rain. A thunderstorm forced us to take refuge in a grove of oaks before we'd even made it halfway there. It was the Lord Commander who finally found us, and needless to say, he was none too pleased.
Then it seems you and Jill have unfinished business. What do you say?
Man's Hill. It's not that far.
Oh, true. Though I suspect it is also much changed. Little in southern Rosaria remains as it was when we were children.
You're saying I should go and scout the area for bandits?
I'm saying we should first go and see if there are actually still any snow daisies left.
Is he saying we have to go collect flowers again? Does he want to collect flowers? Make for Man's Hill? Man, they like to pick a lot of flowers in this game.
Do you think they'll come back?
But yeah, I will be playing part 2. I mean, I have, what, like several months to finish the first one. I still haven't finished... I haven't finished playing through the Intergrade chapter either. So... but yeah, I will play through Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth when it comes out next year. In the first part of next year. I assume it'll be out in, like, Q1 of 2024. I don't know. It might end up being a PlayStation 5 exclusive again, just like it was for PlayStation 4 when it first came out, and then it eventually got moved to other platforms. Same with this game. Like, this game will eventually be on PC, but it's probably going to be like a year to a year and a half of waiting for the PC release. So, do I have to go? Oh, I have to go this way.
Say what you will.
I like that in Final Fantasy VII, you can control the other party members. That's the one thing about this game that I feel like they could have done better. If they at least had the ability to issue commands to the other characters that accompany Clive, you know, that would be nice. Because, I mean, you can issue commands to Torgal, but you can't issue commands to the other characters.
Mid, tell me this is all you need.
Alright, she wanted an adamantoid shell and 2 shipwright's tallow.
Aw, you make it sound like I asked you to save the world or something.
Tell me this is all you need.
It's most of what I need. After you left, I went over the figures again, and I realized I'd forgotten a 1 and a 0.
And
a cogwheel. Just a tiny one. Though, that's the problem. Gears that small are a bastard to make, and I may have lost the one Blackthorn spent a fortnight toiling over.
wait.
Really?
The children. When they took apart your scales, there was a tiny brass gear. Now that I think about it, they didn't use it when we put the scales back together.
The young'uns? But why would they...
Add some zeros.
You know what? I don't want to know. I'll keep working on the model. You go and find that cog.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember. The kids are confused because, like, they asked Clive to put together some scale or something, and he put it together, and then there was like this random cog that he didn't need, or he didn't use it, and then he walked away, and the kids were like, wait, did he forget to use this?
Has Midadol mentioned a new project yet?
Where is it? It's not on the table. What'd they do with it?
Sid! Is Mid still hiding from us?
She wasn't hiding. She's fine. She's just busy working on her next project.
A new invention? What is it? What is it? Is it an airship? I bet it's an airship!
Do you think she'll let us help?
I would have never guessed.
That just so happens to be why I'm here. She needs something special, something only you 3 can provide. A brass gear. A tiny one. One that might fit on, say, a set of scales.
Oh, the one you forgot! We remember!
We saved it, just in case. It's in the bag of bits.
Since your lesson, we've been disassembling, then reassembling everything we can find. All the pieces that are left over, we keep under our beds, just in case.
That's good to know.
Look!
The way he said that.
I found it! Is that all? Just the gear? We have more parts if Mid needs them.
That's all for now. But I'll let Mid know about your hoard. Just in case.
Thanks, Sid.
Oh, that's why he said it that way. Because all those things that she was complaining about that she doesn't know where they are or they're missing, that's because the kids have them.
Well,
Did they have it?
They did. And they kept it somewhere nice and safe. Will it work?
Will it work? It's perfect! You're a genius, Clive.
What exactly are you going to use it for?
Only the most important job of all. The wings aren't going to move on their own. But with the right cog in the right place... well, you just wait and see.
Is there going to be DLC that adds an airship to the game?
That should do it.
Wait, she's making a drone?
Here goes nothing. Titan's tits.
It wasn't supposed to fly, was it?
Of course it was supposed to fly.
How was that
Wouldn't be
supposed
much
to
of an
fly?
airship if it didn't. Honestly, these bloody engines are driving me mad.
How was that supposed to fly?
I was so sure this would be the day she soared. The Mithril engine was made to make dreams come true. But maybe this is one dream the world's better off without. Show folk how to take flying. It won't be long till they're raining death down on each other. People will lose their homes, children, their mums and their dads. Like I lost mine.
I'm sorry.
So am I, Clive. So am I. Sorry that I have to choose. Do I follow my head, or do I follow my heart?
Good question. The first time I stood on the deck of your ship, felt the wind in my hair. It was like I was flying. But imagine how it would feel to actually do it.
My dad always said there were two ways of living life. Chasing a dream or shuffling to your grave.
Shuffling to your grave?
And he were right. Right about a lot of things. Not that I like to admit it. People need dreams to chase. Especially in a world like this. Right. When this is over, I'm gonna take all my Mithril engines to Zemeckis and sling them over the edge. I won't have my dream end up turning into someone else's nightmare.
But all that hard work...
All that hard work will not be used for war, Jamie. But it ain't like it'll be gone. Tell me, Clive, have you ever been on a treasure hunt?
Not since Joshua and I were boys. Why do you ask?
Because I'm gonna bury the engine schematics and leave behind a little riddle telling people where to find them. A really hard one, so that only the most dedicated dreamers will ever be able to work it out.
She's gonna make the riddles like Voldemort style?
Ooh, I can picture it now. Some daft general squinting at the words with a gormless expression on his mug. Like that one, yeah.
Right.
So in this game, unless there's DLC or something, in this game there's no airship.
Of course, if I'm putting this engine at the end of a treasure hunt, I'll still need to make it a treasure worth hunting for. Won't be much of a prize if it couldn't even make a toy boat fly after all. My dad always said, dream big. But it ain't the size of a dream that's important, is it, Clive? Only that it's a good one. and I reckon I've got a fair few good uns left in me.
I'm sure you do.
Oh man, that's a bummer. We don't actually get to see an airship in the game. The model airship. But see, that's the thing about the Final Fantasy games. Typically, there's always an airship. There's always an airship. There's always various methods of travel. And that's lacking in this game. And it may not. The thing is, it may not even really be necessary. But still, just to be able to see one in the game, that would have been cool.
I hear that you traveled to Ash. Did you by any chance recover the names of my fallen friends?
I did.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
the Book of the Martyrs. The Bearer Registry.
If I may? The Bearer Registry. The director was a brutal man. He got no worse than he deserved.
The registry was all I found beneath the tree. There was no sign of a body. Nor any record of what happened to the children after the orphanage closed.
I pray that at least some of them survived. All their names are here. The ones we lost. My friends. My light in those dark times. I can still remember their faces. Like it was yesterday. Children who were taken from their bunks in the morning. Never to return. No explanation ever offered.
They'd be happy to know that you survived, Herman.
But why did I make it out alive? When so many others died in that awful place?
It's not your fault. And blaming yourself won't bring them back. Honor their memory. See that their names live on. That way, at least. They're never truly gone.
Thank you. Sid, I'm going to write a book. An account of the horrors of Badbach. And the spirit of those its custodians sought to crush. All of Valisthea will know of our suffering. And in the name of those I lost, I will not let it happen again.
Neither will I.
These records would have been buried for all eternity, were it not for you. Thank you.
Whoa, that was a lot of experience from that quest. So much so that I leveled up. Level 48. Just from talking to different characters and turning things in, I leveled up. Whoa, this is a good one. Reduces mesmerized cooldown time by 1.2 seconds. The Breath of Ice. I think that's... So we literally only have one left. There's only one... This one quest is the only one left. Is there... Oh, I've got more renown points that I can redeem. So I'm gonna do that. Then we're gonna do the last quest, and that's probably gonna be it for the stream. There wasn't a whole lot to talk about on this stream. I guess I managed to get a lot of my side quests done.
How may I help you today, Clive?
Yeah, I can get this thing. The Genji gloves.
You earned this.
Alright, the only thing left is this. But how am I gonna get enough? Oh, I guess maybe if I do some hunts, I can get it. But that'll probably be for another time. Yeah, because you get renown from doing these hunts. I'll have to do those, because I'm pretty sure this quest that I have to do is not going to give me enough to get that last prize. So that will require doing hunts.
Come on.
faster!
Oh wait, he wants to go to the gravesite again? So there's dead grass.
This is the place, but...
I'm sorry, Clive.
Huh?
There's nowhere been spared. What do we do now?
We keep looking. Man's Hill cannot be the only place where snow daisies grow.
Oh yeah, he wants to
Perhaps,
find
but
flowers.
It's the only place I know of. Knew of.
Then why not ask someone who might know of another?
Someone at the backyard? To the hideaway, then.
Oh, well... This turned into a pointless trip. Like, we have to go right back.
Let's hope one of the gardeners knows where to find snow daisies.
Does he have some new armor?
Trouble with your gear, or... So, what'll it be?
Oh, you know what? Maybe he's got... Wait, what is this? This thing is actually 3 points better. Orichalcum is used for this. The Sons of Ouroboros. The two... wait a minute. Oh, that is actually... Is that supposed to be the best thing in the game? It has the most defense, but its health is not as good. What about reinforcement? See, I've got all the endgame gear. Really the only thing is that one... The Sons of Ouroboros is the only one. But it reduces my HP by 18, but adds 3 more defense. Maybe that's worth it?
Anything else?
Because HP scales more with level than defense.
Say what you will.
So that might actually be better. Well, I have to consider getting that. So this is 94. That thing's 97, but this thing has 50 HP. Fashioned after those pictures. This is like his father's thing, but I'm surprised there isn't a better belt. Well, we'll see.
What brings you down from the heavens, Sid?
I need your advice. Joshua and I are looking for a place where snow daisies grow. Preferably in abundance.
Snow daisies. Then you'll want somewhere not too hot and not too cold. And where the winds are strong enough to carry the seeds. I reckon Man's Hill would be a good place to start. There in the Royal Meadows, perhaps? Both have similar climbs and the right elevation. If the Blight hasn't claimed them yet.
Right.
The Royal Meadows.
Did you learn where we might find our flowers?
The gardener here mentioned the Royal Meadows in Sambrek.
Ah, the fields beyond Northreach. Well, if that's the case, then Yote was right. I recalled that she kept a record of our travels, you see. So I asked her if she'd perhaps noted anywhere that snow daisies grew, and she mentioned Oilerfeist Bay.
Whose shores border the meadows. Off we go then.
Alright. So we know where we're going. Northreach. Yeah, because of fast travel, the airship is not really necessary, but it still would have been nice to have one. Is it north or is it south? I think it's north.
And how might I help the garrison today?
See, this game plays kind of like The Witcher, except the main story is more interesting, so you end up completing the main story. Whereas I feel like if I played The Witcher,
those things
it would
didn't
end up
fight
like Hogwarts, where I'm not able to complete it. Because it doesn't have me, it doesn't make me want to know what happens next at every moment in the story the way this game did.
Faster!
So it's one of those things where it's not as compelling. The story in that game is just not as compelling. It's not a bad story, it's just a very basic one.
The meadows are vast. Where do we even start?
Yote mentioned the coastline. We can start there.
Oh, right here. What is that? A Worgen?
The flowers. Our friends.
What? That little bat, like, actually interrupted me? Can't hit the bat. Now I can. There we go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
What do you see, boy?
Wait, what? A random Minotaur?
Let's hope this is the last one.
Only one way to find out.
Slice him up. That's why I found the shot. Freeze him. Burn him up. New enemies approach. What? He kicked me. Wow. Well, it was very random. There was just Worgens that showed up. I thought there was going to be like some really large enemy that would replace the Minotaur. Minotaur main. Lots of crafting things, but there's really nothing else to craft.
That was harder than I expected. But Founder, it was worth it. They're beautiful.
Do you think Jill will like them?
She'll love them. Come on. Let's go.
Did he even pick any of them? Normally we gotta pick the flowers.
It appears my work is done. The rest, as they say, is up to you. Well, you and the skies. We wouldn't want another thunderstorm now, would we?
need to go. Oh, I need to go here. Return to the hideaway and speak with Jill. Oh, let's make sure. I used up some healing items.
Still alive, are ya? You're rubbing me blind, you know.
Man, I've got so much gil, but I have nothing to spend it on. I guess buy this.
You'll not find a better price than that. It'd better all be here.
Just max everything. Oh, I need to start. I guess I need to start buying these orchestration rolls.
You're rubbing me blind, you know. It'd better all be here.
There, now I spent like almost all the gil. She also sells crafting material, but I don't really know what I need all this for. I don't have this.
You're rubbing me blind, you know.
I'm gonna equip that though. Alright, well that was the only one.
Finished, are ya?
Well, that got me all the way down to 15,000 gil. So now I'm only missing, what, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? 6 songs. Oh, I do get the Stolas quill. Wintermead. I'm only missing 2 things now. Concern for Jill. All of these. Okay, these are just letters.
Jill. There's something I'd like to show you.
There is? And where might this something be?
It's, not here. Now, I know this is sudden, but how would you fancy a trip to Oriflamme?
Huh? He didn't... Oh, okay, I get it. He didn't pick the flowers because he wants her to see the field.
There are so many. This is what you wanted to show me. I don't know what to say.
You don't need to say anything. The smile on your face is enough. We've been worried about you. Joshua and I. Do you remember when I took you to Man's Hill? Or... tried to.
How could I forget? You saw me crying and thought a change of scenery might lift my spirits. In the end, it earned me a nasty cough and a stern scolding from your mother. But I felt wonderful nonetheless.
I'm sorry. I had no idea what I was getting us both into. But I couldn't bear to see you like that.
Before we left, my chambermaid told me she'd overheard your mother talking about my marriage prospects with some of the noblewomen at court. They were debating whether it would be more profitable to marry me off to one of the high houses instead of saving me for the ducal line. No one thought to ask me what I wanted. I was nothing to them. A pawn at best. I felt so trapped. So lonely.
I didn't know.
But I wasn't alone. You were there. Your hand in mine as we ran for those oaks. And I knew then, no matter what happened, I would be all right. I'll never forget that feeling.
Toril just goes to sleep. Sleeping in the flowers.
Before we broke camp, the morning after the storm, do you know what I did?
No? What?
I slipped away from my governess to climb the tor. And from there I saw a sea of petals, all reaching for the sun. And I realized that no matter how terrible the night, dawn would always come. That you would always come for me. And you have. Again and again.
Where do you see us? When all this is over?
Don't know. Not here, though. I think I've outgrown the twins. After everything we've been through, the realm just seems so small. I'll need some space to spread my wings.
And that's what you'll have. And I'll stop at nothing to see that you do.
I never was much good at garlands, but it'll have to do.
I'll treasure it forever.
Thank you, Clive. For this, the flowers, for everything. It's exactly what I needed. You are my treasure.
Well, what about Torgal?
We should probably be getting back. I expect the others are wondering where we are.
You're right. There's still much to do.
And we'll do it together.
$8,280. Snow Daisy Garland. So that's one. So I'm only missing one. Ooh. Shiva's Kiss. Reduces Diamond Dust cooldown by 7.5 seconds. Song of Winter. Autumn Gone. From Frosted Lips. Oblivion. Sounds like a haiku. I think that might have been the last one. Joining hands with Jill. Jill has joined Clive's party and will remain with him until departing for Origin. Oh. Wait a minute. So do I not have Joshua anymore? Because I did this quest last, I get Jill as the last, like, as the other character. But see, this is what I'm talking about. There's no way for me to issue direct commands to Jill. Like, I can only control, obviously, Clive, but then Torgal, I have commands for Torgal. but I don't have commands for the other party member. And sometimes you have 2 additional party members. It would have been nice. The one thing that I will criticize this game for in terms of the combat system is good, but the lack of being able to issue remote commands to the other party members is it's a huge misstep or an oversight, because Final Fantasy has always been about the party battle system where you have multiple characters. I get that they want you to control Clive since he's the main character, and the combat system is built around his kit, his techniques, his combat abilities. But the thing is, you should still be able to issue some commands to the support characters. And I kind of think that kind of is a letdown. It's definitely an oversight. Something that they could have put in there, because they have Torgal's command set. They could have had like a command set for Jill and Joshua and Sid and the others. So to me, that's like the one thing that stands out to me now that I've played like more than 50 hours into this game. You know, it kind of sticks out when you go back and you play the other older Final Fantasy games and you have control over other party members, and it's kind of a bummer. What's interesting though is there are places. The other thing too, like my biggest problem is not, besides that, is the fact that there are areas in the game that you don't get to see. Like the Northern Territories, this area up here on the north part of the continent, you hear about it, there's a lot of lore about it, but you never actually get to go there. So that's kind of disappointing, because it's like, out of the places that I wanted to go to the Northern Territories. I also kind of wanted to go to the islands over here where the Iron Blood nation lives. That would have been cool. You did get to go to like one area that they had control of, and that was it. But it would have been nice to see, you know, like one other city over here. And then I was glad that we get to go to the continent of Ash. It would have been nice if it was handled a little bit differently, but the way that they told the third act in this game was very, how should I put this? It's kind of rushed, and the pacing is a little bit awkward at times. So, but other than that, the game is really good. I mean, it's still, in my mind, the game is like a 8.5 to a 9 out of 10. So it's, in terms of how it compares to other games that have come out this year, it's definitely a contender for Game of the Year. Like, it's pretty clear that this is a contender for Game of the Year. Like, the amount of voice dialogue, the soundtrack, the combat system, the overall general main story, the side content, all of it's there. Like, some people who are big Final Fantasy fans are probably going to knock it for not having mini games and just being very combat focused. There's not a whole lot of side content outside of like hunting monsters, helping other characters with their issues, you know, that kind of stuff. But that's basically the gist of what Final Fantasy XIV has to offer, and I feel like the development team that made that game making this game, you expect similar trends in their development, like their style of building the game. So it's predictable, but I feel like for a first playthrough, this game does a lot of things right. So it scores really high on my list out of like games that came out this year. But did I just mess everything up? Because I did this quest last, so Jill is now the other party member besides Torgal, and I don't have Joshua anymore? This is weird. So if I go back to... yeah, there's no other side quests. That's all of them. So if we go to like Tabor, for instance, is Jill gonna be here and Joshua's no longer here, or are they both gonna be here? Jill's? Oh, okay. So wait a minute. Is Joshua gonna come with us? Okay. See, that's cool. That's actually better. See, now I've got Joshua and Jill and Torgal. So now we actually have a party of 4, just like the classic Final Fantasy games, like Final Fantasy 5 and 6. So that's cool. And 9. I like that. And, wait, no, 7 was only like 3. Yeah, that's cool. Now we have a party of 4. I like this, but the thing is, you can't issue the other 2 commands. You can only issue Torgal and commands. That's kind of annoying, but anyway. I'll get off my soapbox for that. A new missive has been delivered to Clive's chambers. Too late. Alright, wait a minute. I'm missing one thing. The Snow Daisy Garland, but I'm missing one thing though. Yeah, there's still one that I don't have. Maybe I have to clear all the hunts? That's cool. They all like write a bunch of letters and stuff once you complete the quest. Why is this one still concern for Jill? Why is this one still like a thing though? Oh, never mind. I guess they're all like that. Alright, well that's all the side content as far as I know. Unless New Game Plus has more additional ones, but I think that's it. So there's just the main, just to finish the game, which I've already done. So how do I get the last, wow, I'm missing something though. It might be from here.
I wasn't expecting you back.
Okay, to sail, no, that's an orchestration. That's an orchestration role. To sail Forbidden Seas, orchestration. Fallen Enigma.
All done?
So I need 200 more? Wait, oh wait, see this is 10, that's 20, that's 30. 40, 60, 90, 110, 140, 160, 170, and this one gives 60. Whoa, whatever that is, that must be really tough. So these are the things. This one gives 55. So these S ranks, I'm guessing like I get something from probably killing all the hunts. So that's all I have left to do. Basically, I have to clear the entire hunt board, and then I'm done with the game. Well, I mean, I'm done with like everything that the initial game cycle has to offer. But I'll do that another time. So I'm surprised there's like nothing else.
What do I owe the honor?
I've exhausted all the best stuff for the blacksmith. Sons of Ouroboros is like the one thing. Maybe I need to just craft this. I just don't know if this is better than what I have. Alright, maybe I'll craft it. I'll just craft it.
No scratches, right?
I'll equip it, whatever. Can I reinforce it? No.
That it.
Alright, so what are my stats now? So I have 322 defense, 3,462 HP at level 48. The Founder's Grasp. So the Founder's Grasp gives me 18. I feel like it's 18 HP, but this thing has more defense. Maybe the Sun's is better. I don't know, it's hard to say. Alright, well that's gonna be it for this stream. We could have talked more technology stuff, but it wasn't really a whole lot to talk about. Alright, well once again, thank you everybody for tuning in, those that did. And as always, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.